if this video is a religious video, and if it's not for you, then, you know, go ahead, click off, right? It's not everyone likes this topic, but if this is for you, watch it. And if you're curious, watch it. And if you're open-minded, watch it. And if you just want to know, watch it. Do all that stuff. You know, just learn more. Just learn a bit more. So do that if this is for you. Hey, I don't have a sweater. She's wearing my sweater. I got a blanket, and she doesn't want to use. She doesn't want to. She probably can't hear that. We're out here. Look at this tough ad background. Look at the green screen we got on. No, it's tough. This one right here is a little rowdy because there's a rat nearby that she didn't even see. Yeah, but you know, ye of little faith, right?
Quiet. Yeah.
God will protect it all, as He does. But you know, like Peter, right? Peter was like, "Yo, Jesus, let me walk in the water with you." Jesus was like, "All right." And the second he focused on the winds, he started sinking. So, you know, I feel fine. I'm pretty sure you can hear it.
Because of us screaming because we got bit.
Plus, you can hear and see a rat freaking before it even gets here. You know? And what? All you gotta do is jump on the bench.
I'm freaking parkour in this thing, dude.
Rats ain't got no hops. Or you can just kick it, right? Anyways, so we're finally doing the video on the cursing. I've been saying for us to do this video, not to put some fuel in the fire. He said that he saw a spider that was like this big.
Okay, we're going inside, guys.
No, but it was on his headlight, on his car.
No.
On his car.
I'm not doing that.
It was in his car.
No, but spiders? No, that's where I draw the line.
Ye of little faith.
Steven.
This is a powerful video in order to help people. And she's having...
Why would you tell me that?
A rat, because I thought it would be well. Do you see me feeling all grossed out? I ain't got.
I have two mics. You use that one, and I'll go inside.
I don't even got a sweater on. By the way, I have a blanket. So if anything, I'm least protected. Anyways, right. Enough about faith and all. Not enough, right? We all need a more faith and stuff, you know. But you know. So so we're finally making the cursing video. Sorry, I'm speaking a lot now. I'll pass it right now. We're at this little place that you'll see in a different video, but we're speaking about it. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. Like, I've been really wanting to do it. She mentioned doing it at very first, but we haven't done it at all. You know, we need another religious video going on. But yeah, I hope this looks pretty good. Again, and really quick, don't think this is how we be living and stuff. And it's like, I feel like when you're like up there, because we're not at all, guaranteed, not at all. Like, we are nowhere near here for 2 nights only, and it's super nice. It's the best place we've ever stayed of my family, obviously, and inviting partners and stuff. Biggest place we've ever been, ever, and it's just a little Airbnb. Oh, again, you'll see another video, and we all just put in together and to actually have this happen for just 2 nights. And it's so nice. You'll see in the other one. But again, don't let this be the must be so easy to talk like that when you live like that. You know what I mean? But trust, like, this is just a blessing for. Again, it's only for 2 nights, 3 days, and that's a blessing, dude. Hear the dogs barking? About to start howling. No kidding. But yeah, so we're gonna do this. Yeah, anything to say? You need to add on? Hold it if you want.
Let's do it.
All right. So first of all, in growing in your faith, in your journey, right, of trying to get closer to God and closer to Jesus, in touch with the Holy Spirit, all that fun stuff, right? There's gonna be some trouble, right? There's gonna be some trouble. There's gonna be some things that a lot of people want to knock down the big stuff first, right? Everyone's got this big thing that they can't get rid of, which is something like this. I'm gonna say we're gonna call it sin, right? Because that's what it is. So there's this big sin that people got, right? And I feel like the number one thing people want to do is just take that sin off right away, right? Just the major one. It could be your drinking, smoking, gambling, right? Stuff. I'm just naming like big things, right? But just like in life, right? There's always that giant goal. You always want that. You always, let's say this, you always want a raise at your job, right? But you can't just be like, I want to get that raise, so I'm gonna go ask for it. You know what I mean? You have to do things to gain that raise. For example, you gotta work for this amount of time. You gotta know how to do this. You gotta know how to do that. And you're doing these little stepping stones to make it to that big goal. So everyone wants to get rid of that giant thing, right? And who knows? Not who knows, but maybe some people can just get rid of it like this. You know, everyone's different and all. But you can't just focus on getting rid of that giant one. Start changing things in your lives. Little things in your life. Little sins in your lives. I mean, no sin is little. No sin is major. All is the same. That's how God see it. But, you know, for example, if I'm an alcoholic and I curse, I'm going to think cursing is a little sin and being an alcoholic is a major sin, right? In the world view, but all sin is sin. Does that make sense? So basically, you should work on the little things, still work on the big thing, right? Get in there. But those little things are like stepping stones to get you to get rid of that major one. And in doing the little things, you'll stop doing that major one, right? Because if you only focus on stop doing that major one, you'll stop. But, I mean, what? There's no stepping stones that are holding you to stay up there, right? So you kind of just fall back, right? And restart, right? And you restart on the giant one. Like, the little things while you're stopping this. And, you know, it'll turn out. Do you get what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here. I'll pass it to you now to kind of, if you got anything else to say of what I had to say.
So I think the point of that also for people that like take a little minute to think like me, is we're going to be teaching you guys a little bit of things that helped us with those little things that got us to stop completely. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, no, we probably fall like what, maybe like once to every 2 months we curse, I feel like, by accident. Honestly, we haven't been cursing like at all, like accidents, I don't think at all. Right? It'll sound like it, but
not only do you have to focus on not cursing it, but I feel like a big thing is I'm trying not to say it in my head.
Yeah. Oh, I say it in my head, so I gotta stop doing that, actually.
That's a big thing because, again, just like the adultery, a man who committed adultery in their mind has also committed adultery in their heart.
Yeah, like it says in the Bible, if a guy looks at a woman with lust and all that, then he already committed adultery. So yeah.
And that's only in his head. So I feel like we should take that.
That makes sense.
Shouldn't we? I feel like we should take that with everything, including cursing. You say in your head, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
You're just not verbally doing it, right?
Okay, so yeah, then I need to work on that. But haven't said it out loud. But again, he's right. He's completely right about that. So again, we're just going to be telling you guys some little things that helped us. And yeah, and this is coming from the two people that would curse like crazy. Me cursing like every 3 seconds. If you remember in the other video, I said I would curse literally every single day. There's so many times that like I would curse in front of my dad by accident, and it was so bad. Like he'd be like, you know, so I'm telling you, I'd curse so much. It was so unattractive. It was so ugly. But yeah, we're just going to talk about that and little things that really helped get rid of that huge thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I would curse a lot too. Especially playing video games with my friends, hanging out with them. They all curse and all that stuff. Obviously, how could you not have that in your head? How could that not slip out? How could you not use that? I would play video games with my headset on, and I'd curse, and my mom would be sitting next to me on the couch. You know what I mean? So it's like, because I play on the couch, so it's like, you know what I mean? And they won't say anything, and they'll just ignore it, right? But still, that's not right. You know, it's not respectful at all, especially cursing in their household. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, how should we do this? So, I feel like, what are you going to talk about?
That's what helped me.
I'm going to say music. I want to talk about the music part. What are you going to talk about?
Replacing the words.
Major thing is the people you surround yourself with, right? the people you surround yourself with will curse, will do this, will do that, and you'll start saying it too, right? So not only that, you gotta watch on who you surround yourself with. Maybe, who knows, maybe you should take some time on yourself to not hang out with your friends every single day, every single week, every single month. Take some time for yourself, for you to work and be strong. So when you, because if you know what, today I'm not gonna curse no more. I hang out with my friends tomorrow, they curse so much, and I'm gonna start cursing again, you know what I mean? So take some time on yourself from hanging out with those people to just stop cursing. You can come hang out with them again, and then you won't be like as easily just trying to curse, right? Then we'll go from there, and then now you will talk about replacing the word.
That was a really good example. You guys really gotta watch who you hang around with, because it really shows. Example, I just put my little story in. I would curse so much with my sister because I just thought that she was so cool. So I would literally hang out with him. I'd be chilling, doing my thing, and then I hang out with her, and I'd be cursing like a sailor. Is that how you say it? Sailor? Swearing like a sailor. And then after I'd be like, why, like, ill, and then I'm like, I'm not like that, so it is who you surround yourself with. She doesn't curse as much as I would, but like, I don't know what it is. It's just like you feel the need to, because sometimes they do, and then you just think, okay, this is normal, like if you would have saw them drinking a soda, I'm gonna get a soda too, I don't know, it's a good example. But replacing words is a huge thing that helped me. So fudge, we say frick instead of that. I feel like that's still bad, but still trying to work on that one.
We say shoot.
We do say shoot. I'll say darn or darn it, or like, we don't say oh my lord, we don't say any of that. Or we say oh my gosh or oh my goodness, even though I know what it's implying, but I feel like it's just better. What was the one that Chris said at church?
Heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid. Yeah, instead of God forbid.
Yeah, I don't like God forbid.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like.
But the only reason why we'll say it is because we saw it in a video or someone said it, so we want to tell it, oh, dude, I saw this video, and they were like, oh, blah, and they said blah, blah, right? So we replace it with gosh forbid, or instead of the bad word, we say shiz instead. But we won't say that. We'll say shoot instead. But if we're trying to mimic a video or tell them about a story, we'll say that, you know what I mean? But we don't usually use those.
Yeah. So yeah, I forgot those. We'll say little things like that. So honestly, you guys can make up your own thing that like, replaces that. Starts with the F. Oh my fun, or what the fun. Honestly, that sounds bad. Just things like that. And then honestly, you just start doing that, and it's literally all just a practice. It's all like a training, not practice, training. So you're just training your brain to not do that. And then slowly, little by little, those will like become your vocabulary, and you literally will not do it anymore, And then
stop doing those too. You'll eventually stop doing those too.
Yeah. And then before you know it, you're not going to be saying anything like when you're irritated, which, I mean, we shouldn't be irritated. The whole reason why we curse and stuff like that is because of anger or because of stress, which, we shouldn't be feeling at all. But eventually, we'll get rid of those words. Who knows? Maybe we'll be like, oh, my sunshine, say good words or something, or sometimes we probably won't even say anything bad. Oh, a good thing that I also think about is if you were, honestly, no, because some people have bad example grandmas. I was gonna say, if you can't say it in front of your grandma, don't say it at all, But there are some people who have grandmas that just don't care about that stuff. But okay, if there's like someone that like, if you wouldn't say it in front of a teacher who is strict, or a family member that's really strict, or just something like that, like if you wouldn't say it in front of them, just like think of that, just practice with that, I feel. But yeah, that's my example. I don't know if it's gonna help, but it helped me, just replacing the words and then thinking of that, like someone crazy, like hi, or Jesus. You can think like that. Like if Jesus was right here and I said that, that would not be okay, That really helps too. But yeah, so those are my things that helped me. And yeah, just training the brain. Yeah. Yeah,
to build off of that picture, like if someone was next to you, or a very respectful person, or an adult, because think about it, if you're in public or if you're with an adult or something and you just start cursing, I feel like they'd be like, the heck, depending on the person, of course, but just the respectful ones. But again, as well as God knows all, hears all, sees all, right? It's like you're just saying it in front of him. You know what I mean? Like you're saying that in front of him. And Jesus, you're saying that in front of Jesus. Like, how do you think you'd feel? You know what I mean? So, this isn't to pressure you and be like, oh, feel guilty about it. You know, it's, and I think it's hilarious when people try to do that. We'll do another video about that, about talking to people about God or about Jesus, right?
Yeah,
which is not conversion, because you shouldn't be converting them, but the whole spreading the gospel, spreading the word, right? But when you know this and you're as deep as we are, or even deeper, or getting deeper, and it's the good news, right? It's the stuff that you need people to know, and you have this in your head and you want them to know, so you want to tell them, but several people will react completely different. So we're not showing you this video to shame someone, because we have no right to shame. We did this, so we're telling you about it. Or we see this and we're telling you about it. It's just helping people, right? You can take this video however you want, but we don't mean it in a negative way, right? That's the whole point. So it's a work in progress, right? Everyone's working on themselves. And just because I'm looking out for you doesn't mean I'm judging you or I'm attacking you, or you know what I mean? I just want you. I'm looking out for the best for you, right? So that will be a separate video, because that's a good one. That's a good topic. So another thing that I think helped me the most, right? Because I wouldn't curse, but then, you know, I go to work and my coworkers, just like, they love to curse, right? So it'll be in my head, or I'll say something, or I get frustrated, you know what I mean? And it'll slip or something, right? So it would just happen. And I don't like the fact that it's even in my head either. I feel like that's a big thing. You shouldn't even have that in your mind, right? Because it starts in the mind. Everything starts in the mind, right? The way we move, the way our fingers move, our feet move, the way we walk, is because our brain is sending our body signals. So whatever you say or do starts in the brain. So even if you're thinking it, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. So anyways, a big thing, a major thing I think that helped me, which a lot of people, it's going to be pretty tough for, because they live their life around it, is music. Music is a huge thing. Now, we've seen a bunch of songs and stuff, and about religious, like, artists, you know what I mean? So there's religious ones there's one, his name is Faith. We should probably put him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Should put in the description or put pictures?
I'll put like a list of names that we listen to, maybe.
Second.
I said I'll put a list right here of names of people that we listen to.
Exactly. So, and there's some that we only seen, like, we've only heard one song from them or two songs, right? There's different. So, for example, she's heard some country ones. She's heard some, like, singing ones. She just said she loved them. She hated country, just in case you didn't hear it. All that stuff, right? And I do like rap, right? I do like hip hop, stuff like that. Singing too. Like, a huge Juice WRLD fan I was, right? Saying was because I don't listen too much, but, like, big fan, you know what I mean? I had merch, all that stuff, and I like that stuff. And I like how diverse of music. Anyway, so that's like how it is, right? So we've heard different music from different people randomly. We just heard them, and they're great. They're so good. It's music you don't even would think it's religious, but the thing is, there's a difference between religious music and worship music, right? Worship music is like worship. This is music that you want to listen to that has no cursing and it's talking about good things. That's why I say, religious music. There's no swearing on it. It's talking about you getting closer. It's talking about fighting sin. It's talking about, the good news. It's talking about God. It's talking about Jesus. It's talking about the Holy Spirit. All that stuff. It's a love story revolving on God. You know what I mean? The point of these religious songs, I'm saying religious, right, is because it has no swearing and it's talking about the great things, right, and the journey in a way. Completely different between worship music, because worship music is worshiping, right? Hallelujah, all that stuff, correct? So we listen to religious music. For example, this is a guy, Faith. There's a guy that she put me on, Young Isaiah, but it's named Isaiah. That's his name, right? There's another guy, his name's Red Tips. Really good guy. He's actually the first religious artist that I heard. And that's when he did Yucky. That song, really good. The one we're listening to right now, so freaking good. But that one's like, we've been listening to it. It's the one, treat me like a roundabout, right? That one's amazing. I recommend that. You listen to that song, you listen to a song from Faith, and you listen to one of the songs that she knows. Do you know any of the names of the people at all?
I think one's named Yvonne, something like that. There's one guy named Yvonne, I think it's something like that. But his songs are really good. And I don't really know their names.
If anything, it can be put in the description or something, right? But recommend listen one song from each of those people, and you'll see the diversity of the songs and how different they are, and they're so good. So again, sorry to go on a little tangent.
I want to say something after.
Religious music, please remember it, because I'm about to go on a little bit more. Actually, say it now.
I was gonna say, yeah, okay. By the way, guys, literally when we listen to these like songs and all that, you know, you're hearing it, you know, it's good and all that. We randomly, like, because he doesn't have a playlist, he usually just has them on his likes. So we'll just be listening to that, right? And then out of nowhere, it plays a regular song that's from his likes that he liked a long time ago, and we'll hear it, and it's just like what the freak, you know? Like, it's just
I want to talk about that.
So much curse words and so much like nasty things and inappropriate stuff and like drugs and like girls and stuff and like money and cars, and we're just like, oh my gosh, and we're like this is insane. Like, you can literally see through it, you know? Which, I mean, I did hear that, you know, once you start walking towards religion and everything, and the veil of your eyes will be uncovered, if you guys didn't hear him, and you literally see the world, how, like, you know, for all like the sins and all like everything, you know? And it's like, oh my goodness, like, we used to listen to this or dance to it, and it's just like insane. Like, it's literally like a huge eye opener, and it's just crazy. But yeah, I wanted to say that part.
Thank you for saying that, because I want to speak on that too.
I was on your little.
Anyways, right, that's a huge thing. Now, please don't think like, if you're barely doing this or you're watching this video just a curiosity and you're like, oh, there's a bunch of busters, right? A bunch of just lame, nerdy, geek, whatever, because of what we're saying, of how we feel about it, bro. I play video games. I love cars. I work on cars. I do all this stuff like every other person. I've went to the casino before. Never drank. I've taken a sip. I don't smoke at all. You know, all that stuff. So it's like, just don't think because of how we're speaking. It's because I've seen. I see how it is now, right? Exactly like if you're new and the way you see things is exactly how we were seeing through your shoes. Please know that. We just started walking with faith, strongly tried. About the beginning of this year is when things started changing while walking towards faith, right? And it's literally like, it just happens, right? We still were children at one point. We went to middle school, we went to high school, we seen everything you've seen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, don't, and we acted like how you acted, like it's all the same, right? So don't think just first impressions, I don't know, because you don't know my life at all, you don't know her life at all, you don't know the people that we hang out with, you don't know the things in high school, the things we like to do, the things we would say, the things we would do, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff. So don't just be like, oh, there's a bunch of lame people, right? They're just like, they don't know anything. They're just like, oh, sensitive, innocent people who are very protective. No, just get that straight out of your head, because if you were to start walking now, month from now, guaranteed you'd be saying the exact same things, and people will think of you like how you're thinking of us if you're thinking in that judgmental way. Another thing, it's very close-minded to be like that. I am very positive you're smarter than that to be not close-minded and actually think a little and open your mind, right? So, all right, continue about the music. I think it helped me a lot because I was listening to these songs, right? And they're great. They're so good, right? That's all I listen to. And again, there's no swearing. One thing is, when you listen to so much music, because majority of the time you're gonna listen to music, you wake up, wherever you go in the car, you're gonna play music. If you got free time, some people listen to music at their house, in their room. She listens to music while she gets ready. I only listen to music in the car, right? So, and I'm in the car a lot. So, music is a big thing, right? So, while you're working. Maybe you have a work environment where you can put earphones on, listen to music, right? Huge thing. That is something playing in your head. Sorry. That is something playing in your head constantly. Constantly, you're just putting that in your head. You're not watching it. Not like that's another thing. Your phones and social media and distractions, a whole nother topic too. That'll be a different video as well. But anyways, this is stuff that unironically, while you're actively doing things, you play cleaning, right? You're doing active things, good things, but this is stuff going into your brain. So it's things that your head's remembering without fully being aware, consensual in a way, right? So huge, big, important part, because a lot of videos, or not videos, a lot of music has cursing and bad things and basically fiending for worldly things and all this stuff, right? Or even demonic things and satanic things. Big thing. That's a huge thing in the music industry, right? Anyways, you start listening to the religious music, the cursing is gone, and that helps a lot. That helped me so much, right? So much. And then, so I recommend it. And then to build off of that, I listen to so much. It's this point where I don't want to listen to anything else. I didn't want to listen to anything else. I just didn't want to. But then eventually I did. I want to switch it up, right? Let me listen to something else. I listen to something else, and I'm like, what is it saying, dude? Like, again, it says the veil will be, it'll be uncovered, and you'll see the world how it is, right? It's exactly it's exactly what it is, right? I'm listening to a song and it's just swearing and then demonic things or worldly things, and it's like so terrible. You listen to it and I'm like, why did I even listen to this? Like, this just sounds bad. Like, not only is it like okay, if the beat sounds good enough, but what he's saying, I don't want that in my head. I don't want to be thinking that stuff, right? It all starts in the brain and in the mind. So that's why it's like, you gotta, music, very important, right? Very, very important, in my opinion. That did a major thing in my cursing, right, that I had, was the music I listened to. And then now it's just working on the brain part. And building off of replacing your words really quick, don't get me wrong, you will be embarrassed to say those words in front of your friends, family, or neighbors.
I'm listening to that music.
If you're and if you're hanging out with your friends and something happens with what the freak, dude, or oh shoot, or oh my goodness, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we gonna laugh at that. They're
gonna be like, oh my goodness, what the frick? What do you mean by that? Like, why are you saying that? Like, you know what I mean? Because you're gonna sound like a nerd, right? But it's like, dude, I start cursing. That's it.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, the people who are looking at you like that curses at the end of every other sentence, and it just looks terrible, right? The same people that accidentally curse in front of, if you got a job and you're talking to a customer, you're not gonna start swearing. They're gonna complain about you, right? So it's like, it's the same people that really judge you like that. It's because they got something else a little, it's a lot. Theirs is a little more like onto them, you know what I mean? They curse way more probably, and that's why they see you as like, what the heck, why are you saying that? A lot of people will ignore it, and that's tough, right? Respectfully, respect others. They don't do it. You got anything else to say? But that's what I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, low-key, he said it all. That was low-key very, yeah. It's either who you surround yourself with, the music you listen to. Replacing the words. And yeah, all that stuff. I don't really know. I'm trying to think. But it's just, I don't know. I mean, we did definitely, I don't know about him, but I definitely got a lot of people that would laugh at me in the beginning when I would start saying stuff like that. And they'd be like, frick, like, what the heck are you talking about? And they're like, just say the regular word. And now, when I used to do a lot of TikTok lives and everything, and I talked to a lot of people would mention, why don't you curse? Like, I've never heard you curse before. That's a huge compliment, because it's like, bro, you don't even know who I was, bro. But yeah, I'm still working on it. So sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, but then I'm like, okay, no, like, I still say it in my head, so I'm not even there yet, But yeah, low-key him saying that, I totally forgot about that, where it's like, yo, think about God being here. He knows your mind. He knows whatever you say. He's there every second of every day. And I be cursing in my head, and I'm like, dude, now God's like carried me, you know. And I just thought about that right now, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like he's right. So I mean, look, I'm learning right now too. So very crazy thing to think about. But you guys should think about that too. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, not to doubt you or anything, but I was really embarrassed to show you my music, like the stuff like that, because he's loves music. We both love music. I, as a kid, loved rap, loved R&B, everything like that. Loved it, you know, him too. So I remember when I started listening to that music, I was like, oh my gosh, like he's gonna think like, you know. But then I liked it because it's like the music we listen to, but it's what's it called, like religious, you know. It's like Jesus, Bible, stuff like that, you know. So when I heard that, I'm like, dude, if you think about it, that's all we really like. We like the beat of it. Obviously we like some of the words, but when you actually listen to it, it's just horrible. So when you listen to the other ones, it's like, oh, this is good and the beat's good, you know. So I feel like I'm honestly I like that, but I'm trying to lean more to the worshiping music, which I mean, again, is going to take a lot of time, but it's a huge step from what we used to listen to, you know what I mean? So I'll put a list right here of like those musics that aren't like that and then that are like that, you know? So the ones that are like the R&B kind of rap musics on this side maybe, and then the other ones on this side that are like country-ish that I've listened to. I don't know a lot, but just so like if you want to start off, I definitely say that, because if you listen to this one, like the country and all that, you're gonna be like, what am I listening to, you know? But if you listen to that first, you'll be like, yo, this is like actual rap music, like this is good. Exactly. Yeah, so I feel like that's all I gotta say. See, it's obviously gonna take a lot of time. Not gonna lie, it probably took me like a year or two, maybe. But it's honestly just the process. And definitely, what do we always say? Pray about it. Definitely pray. Pray for strength. Pray for it should go away if you need to.
Talk about praying in another video.
Yeah, there's so much I want to talk about with you guys. Talking about your friends' family. We have met. We're still going through it too right now. We have so many people that don't really like us or that just aren't.
None of my friends are how I am at all.
Is it?
None of my friends are how I am at all right now.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So that's good. Some of them are trying, but we're going to talk about that.
12 friends in my group. 2 possibly are trying. One of the 2, I think, kind of stopped. The other one hasn't done a thing. Only 2 that have showed interest in the 12 friends that I have. Just to give you a, you know, so it's not also, again, with the faith, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It never is,
we're
right?
Surrounded with like.
It's not sunshine and rainbows. Every day is a happy day. Like that's not how it is. So we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about what was the thing that I said before that? Praying.
Oh, that was like.
Talking about praying, right? Ooh, that's so important. So important. Is praying. What you pray for. Because people pray for physical things a lot.
We'll talk about that though for another video.
People
so just get into depth with it.
Yeah, exactly. So
that can be a long video.
Yeah, that'll be a long video. Is praying, because praying is very, very important. Praying is what will lead you to get closer. Because first-hand experience for me is the praying, and it worked. It really did. Again, it takes time, because the things that God gives you takes time, because it's gonna last forever. You know what I mean? It's not quick and easy. If it was quick and easy, you'll get it today and it'll be taken away tomorrow, right? The same way you gain it is the same way it'll last. If it takes a long time for you to gain it, it's gonna last forever. It's just like eternal life. It's gonna take a long time for us to get closer to God and everything, but the outcome is eternal life, right? But the quick things, like little things, quick things, the same way it was fast for you to just, oh, you know what, this is the same way it will be fast to just get rid of that. You know what I mean? The same way it will be fast to just, you know what, never mind. You know? Does that make sense?
Kind of. I think I heard a quote like that where it's like, as Jesus gives you something, or God gives you something, I don't know, but he can take it just as fast or something like that. Something like that. Basically what you said. But just to remember that, you know, he can give you things. He can give you things. But he can take away just as fast as he gave it to you.
Exactly. But we gotta talk about God too, and Jesus, because it's loving and it's also righteous, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it.
Sorry. So that's basically the whole praying part. Really ask if you want to stop cursing. You know, ask for that strength. Ask for little challenges that you can do, you know, and you know, you can help other people, you know. But we'll definitely talk about all the other stuff in another video because it's very important, and I want this just so it's not so confusing to someone who's learning for the first time, you know. I'm gonna put that all in different videos. Maybe I'll make like a playlist or something like that, so it's like all our videos where we talk like this. But yeah, hopefully that helped some of you guys in a new kind of way.
I'm recording the outro because so basically we're recording the outro now really quick for look at the pole light for the video that we did about cursing. We finished it up and everything, but then of course we're outside and my parents got back and we're like, hey, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna stop it there. But this is it. So if you watch the whole thing, fire, good for you. That's amazing. And that's great, dude. That's great. Send this to a friend trying to go through it, or someone that you're doing this with or something. I don't know. But and then disclaimer again for in the very beginning. Hopefully she puts this, or she can put this part right here. Just cut back to the outro right here. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Keep going strong, right? Keep getting faith, keep reading, keep praying, keep praising, keep spreading, all that fun stuff. Yeah. Bye-bye.